this week, I'm headed to Arizona to chase Coues deer with a recurve bow on public land. Today's video is brought to you by Black Rifle Coffee Company. We have made it to camp. We have got a stand set up. I'm going to be using my Bear with that brand new Fred Bear mag riser, which is actually aluminum. The original ones are actually made of magnesium, but this one's got aluminum. One of the things I do when I travel is I put rubber bands on my string so I keep my brace height exactly where it needs to be. Some people have spotted that I write stuff on a lot of my quivers, and one of the things I write is my brace height. So this particular bow with these limbs and shooting the Easton arrows I'm shooting shoots best at 8 1/4 on the brace height. The only change I've made is I actually took the handle off this this new riser from Bear. I like a little thin handle, and then I put on the shelf, I went ahead and put a piece of I actually cut a little piece of metal and I slid it in there so my arrow sits right on top of that. So I've got less surface area of the arrow contacting the shelf. But the brace height should be right at 8 1/4, and it look like we're at 8 1/4 there. Number one, that's it. All right, I'm gonna finish getting my stuff together. Then we're gonna eat, get a good night's sleep, and when we come back on, we're gonna be in a Coues deer stand on public land in Arizona, hoping Coues deer walks by in range. We were hunting in the wilderness area in southeast Arizona. This time, instead of hunting over water, totally different, because this time we're hunting over areas that the deer will come and lick minerals. I thought it was gonna be the easiest Coues deer hunt I've ever had. I thought deer were gonna be dropping in and out of this mineral lick, and it was gonna be awesome. That's not quite the way it went down. Operation Coues deer on public land. Let's do this. Well, after almost 45 hours in a tree stand, all of a sudden, and it came out of nowhere. You would think that in relatively open country, you'd see a deer coming, and I may have been dozing a little bit, I'm not sure, but all of a sudden, me and Tim both heard a rock roll, we both looked, and out of nowhere there was a Coues deer. I grabbed my recurve, and then it's go time. All I need for this Coues deer to do now is give me a shot. I picked a spot on this Coues deer a little farther back and a little low, because I'm anticipating that drop. When I dropped the string, I watched that arrow go through the Coues deer, and part of my arrow's hanging out, but the broadhead's hanging out the other side. I know it's a fatal shot. I watched the Coues deer take off. He runs about 35, 40 yards, goes down, and then rolls down the hill. You talk about exciting? Well, pretty dang cool to shoot any animal, but with a recurve and a Coues deer on public land, I was pretty dang excited. So awesome. Coues deer down public land in the wilderness area. How cool is that? I was shaking all around, but I think I got it on the GoPro. That's gonna be cool. You'll probably see me shaking a little bit because it was like all of a sudden. This little deer, I mean, I bet it's not 70 pounds. What do you think, Tim?
Yeah.
60, 70 pound Coues deer are not that big of animals. You can see one spike's a little bigger than the other. They're all in velvet right now, but they're just tiny, tiny little animals. Beautiful deer, super spooky. We're hunting over some minerals that my buddy has up here, and he's got a lot of pictures of these deer coming in, hitting these minerals. But this beautiful little deer came in, and man, I wasn't gonna wait a second. As soon as I had the opportunity, I drew back. I'm only shooting a 40 pound limbs on this bear mag riser takedown. And this beautiful deer came in. I was wearing a GoPro, so I'll show you the footage from my GoPro. And I don't know what it'll show, probably show me shaking. But I grabbed the bow quick, came back smooth, felt great. And I always shoot a little bit low and a little back on these deer because they usually duck and turn so fast. They turn away from the noise. So they go down and turn away. Out of the 5 species of deer recognized by Pope and Young, this is the smallest. There's the whitetail, the mule deer, the Sitka blacktail, the Columbia blacktail, and then the Coues deer. And this is the smallest of them. But they're super timid. They have large ears, super skittish, and pretty fun to hunt. I usually hunt them over water, so I've harvested all my other Coues deer over water holes. So this was kind of a unique one to sit over minerals and wait and see if one would come in. You can see all the lush green grass behind me. One of the things that made it tough this year is not only the full moon that we've got this week, but also the fact that they have so much great food everywhere. They don't need the minerals in their diet as much. So I feel pretty fortunate to have taken this spike. Pretty amazing. Storm's moved in, lightning's cracking around us. We're gonna try and get this sucker in the pack and get off the mountain. All right, lightning came in, rain came in, got the whole deer loaded, pulled the Millennium, and we're heading out. Let's do this, Tim.